We are trying to pull it back to ourselves. Now that's how telekinesis is done. There is nothing complicated here.
Yeah guys, that's how telekinesis is done. There is nothing complicated over there. As a matter of fact, do you want me to show you? Disclaimer. If you're a magician and this video makes you mad because I'm about to reveal a magic secret, just know that this video was inspired by the words of two of the greatest magicians in the world, Penn and Teller. Here they are.
I think some magicians think that by doing the tricks and saying this is not real, that's as good as actually explaining it to the person. I don't believe that. I don't think they should have to take your word for it. I think you show them how the trick works and they go, oh, it was fake. You know, have that evidence before their eyes.
Welcome back to Magic Isn't Real, the place where I try to replicate the claims of the supernatural with my very natural skills. Ernst Veter. I have already spoke about this guy on this channel. Here's the video. There's a link down below. You should go check it out. And honestly, I have already replicated most of his demonstration of supernatural. Now, before we continue with this video, which is where I'm gonna show you how you can perform the same effect that he does, just, you know, not in a supernatural way, but in a very natural magician-y type of stuff. But anyway, before we continue, there's something very important that I need to say, because I keep on receiving messages about the fact that I didn't disprove that he's not the real deal, and I want to say yes. I can't believe that I keep on have to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Like, what I'm doing here is that I'm showing you how his demonstration can be fake, which means that we need a better way to test this guy or anybody who claims to have supernatural abilities, which also means that until he accepts a challenge or he accepts to be tested properly, you know, in a controlled environment by people like me, we're never actually gonna know if he's the real deal or not. All I can tell you is that, listen, my stuff, my natural magician-y stuff looks suspiciously exactly the same as his demonstration. That's all I'm saying. And what I want to do today is that here's what's happening. A lot of you keep on sending me his videos and keep on telling me like, oh, look at him, oh, how come he does this thing? And I'm like, I've already done it. It's in this video right here. But apparently for most of you, this is not enough. And I just find out that Ernst Veter has opened a new YouTube channel. I don't know why. I think he has 4 already. I don't know why he needs another YouTube channel where he is posting the same stuff. But apparently this is the channel that has the I have extensive experience in teaching people supernatural abilities. I will teach you how to obtain supernatural power like levitation, telekinesis, pyrokinesis, teleportation, materialization, and more. Grow your psychic abilities immensely. Become a master of your destiny. Control the course of your life, which is the same thing as becoming a master of your destiny. Semantics. The Ernst Veter system unites the everyday world and the world of the spirit. It has the bottomlessness of all magic. Well, the more you get out of it, the deeper it turns out to be. Sincerely yours, Ernst Veter. Wow. That is quite a promise. That is like, I mean, that's a lot of things he can teach you. And again, I'm gonna say this a million times, and you're gonna see me repeat it also in the video that I'm about to play you. I don't know if it's the real deal, but here's what I can tell you. I can teach you right here, right now, for free. I can teach you how you can perform the same thing that he does with one major difference. It's not gonna take you $700. It's not gonna take you 5 to 10 years of your life where it might not even happen, and he doesn't guarantee, he's not gonna give you the money back if you're not able to do telekinesis. So I'm just gonna show you how you can do the same thing in probably one afternoon. Now, the video you're about to see is the first tutorial that I have posted on my Patreon, and there's a few things that I want to say about this. So this tutorial was not just how to perform telekinesis, it was a tutorial that was created exactly to perform what Ernst Veter does in some of his like live stream, because some of you keep on telling me like, oh, but he can do it on a live stream, and I'm like, so what? I can do it on a live show in front of a live audience. Like, doing it on a live stream means absolutely nothing. I have to say this is very important. So this tutorial was created to copy Ernst Veter, as in like to do exactly what he does. So I copy the hand movement, you know, I try to find the same props. Like this is the whole idea is that I'm gonna show you how you can perform telekinesis the way he does, which means it's not the way I do it, it's not the way magicians do it. I watched this video, I have analyzed it, you're gonna see it now, and I come up with a method that will make it look like you're doing what he's doing. That's all I'm saying. This video was on my Patreon, so now I'm gonna give it to you for free. I hope you enjoy it. That's it. There's no other. I just really want to give you something that you can learn today, and you could probably find fascinating, because you will see how easy it would be to perform telekinesis, following what he does, adding what I think he's doing, if you know what I mean. You know what? I've been talking too much. Let's play the video. All right, welcome to Magic Isn't Real Behind the Curtain. Thank you so much. Today I'm going to teach you how you can also do this telekinesis demonstration like Ernst Veter did on a live stream, but maybe even on a live environment. He might be the real deal. I don't want to say that he's faking or whatever, but there's a few things in this video that look a bit suspicious to me. Okay, so it appears that he touches the glass, puts his hands on top, creates the connection to the object, and then he pulls the object towards him. There he goes. He's actually, not gonna lie, it looks really good. It looks smooth. All right, so I have a second camera on my table. I also have a glass. I'm gonna put my hands on top as if I'm praying and connecting to the object. I created the connection to the object, and now I'm just gonna pull it towards me. Done. What I am using, I'm not saying that's what he's doing. What I'm using is an invisible thread. If the lighting is correct, it's almost impossible to see. Like from a camera or even with the naked eye, you can perform this live. I've done it many times. And it's quite a strong thread that hooks around the glass and follows my hand, see? But there is something very important that I need to specify. I don't know if he's using real glass. It looks like it's real glass, and I'm using real glass. And the thing about real glass is that real glass, it's heavy. So if you're gonna go to like a magic shop and buy what is called an invisible loop, which is what they sell you, I don't think that it's gonna be strong enough to be able to pull a piece of glass. I think most likely is going to break. You're gonna have to search. Test it with different glasses, with different weight. Something that's also really important, test it with different lighting, different tables, different clothing, because in some cases you'll be able to probably see it. Like, I wouldn't do this in broad daylight, just so you know. Even with this lighting that I'm using right now, I think you can probably see something going on. So that's all you're gonna have to find. You're gonna have to find this invisible thread, and that's literally all you need. Now, let's get to the interesting part. Let's get to the attaching and detaching the thread when you want to do the movement, what to do with your hands. You know what's good about this is that I don't really even have to come up with movements or whatever, because we can just look at Ernst Veter video and just repeat what he does. Like, every movements are actually perfect for me to teach you how to hook and unhook the thread and what to do. It's like perfect. It's almost as if his video is actually the tutorial, not mine. So let's put hands on the side. Then he got the hands on top. And then, did you see that? Did you see that moment? This moment right there. To break it down for you, this is exactly how I would hook the thread as well. So watch it. So I have my hands on the side like this, right? Keep in mind, the thread is set up right here. I'll show you how it's set up better, but let's focus on the hand movement for now. I mean, it's on the side. Then it goes on top, a little bit more forward, just like that. And then there's this movement opening and going down to hook it. See, now the glass is hooked and will follow my hand, as you see. So one more time, you put your hands on top. Obviously, the one with the thread goes first and then the other one on top. Then I kind of spread my finger, move my hands a little bit down so that I know, even if I cannot see it, I know that it's hooked. And then I go. And I can kind of, when I'm like this, I can kind of test it a little bit. If I feel that there's a pull, I know it's hooked. If I don't feel anything, if I move and I don't feel anything, then I'm like, oh, I have to probably do it again, and I can just set it up again. So these are the kind of hand movements that you can do if you have the invisible thread on the hand to hook the thread to the glass. Now, how do you unhook it? Again, I don't have to do much for this. We can just watch his video and break it down. So let's see. Okay, so here goes the pull. Now it's done. Boom. Did you see that? Let's watch it. Let's watch it one more time. Kind of zoom in and in slow motion. I apologize for the quality. That's the quality that he has. But let's see it. See, it's done. Boom, grabs it with the other hand. Perfect. Okay, so let's break this down again. So the first part, one more time. Ends at the side, ends at the top, creating the connection. I got the connection. I pull, 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 pull. By the way, this hand, we'll talk about this hand later, but now I pull, 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 pull where I want to go. I reach the end of the table. Now my hand will go forward like this. And then forward again. And I am free to now speak and talk and move my hands in every way I want to move my hands. So once again, I pull it towards me. I'm done with the magic. I move forward. It's definitely a hook now, and I can lift up. My hands are now fully free. Now, let's talk about this other hand, which is also very, very important. Let's take a look at what he did with the other hand during the whole thing. So he is already hooked up, as we spoke about it. He's pulling. And now he has unhooked. If he's not using an invisible thread, I don't know why he needs to make this movement. But anyway, I noticed a few things that are also important and you might like it. So now this hand is not really doing anything, as in is not pulling or pushing or whatever, but what it's doing is kind of creating some sort of like misdirection, like pretend, like just move your hand in unison, pretend that you're pushing and pulling. At the end, this hand right here is going to have to do something really important, which is after I'm done, I unhook. This hand comes and grab the glass, almost to show you, hey, there's nothing on this glass, so that your attention is focused on the glass and not on this hand that has the gimmick on it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Let's check out the second demonstration that he did, because to me that one looks even more suspicious. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend doing it at all. I would keep this, this pushing and pulling. I would keep doing that. Like maybe sideways would be nice. Imagine you have two loops, one on this hand and one on the other hand. You could go one way and then you could just kind of go the other way. I think it's more interesting than what he did next, which is, let's watch this video. Oh, did you see that movement? We'll break it down next, but see, now it's kind of pushing. So look at this movement right here. You see? So now he still puts his hand on top, but the thing is that now the next demonstration is making the glass going forward. So now he has to hook the thread this way, not that way. So he needs to move his hand forward like this. And now that it's hooked, the glass will just follow. See, coming from the back forward. That's how listen, this is how I would hook it up, and this is how it looks like he's hooking it up. If he's not, it's again a very, very weird movement that he's doing with his hand. Another thing that he's doing really well is he's handling the glass a lot, so that he doesn't look suspicious that he's only touching it every time he has to do a demonstration. You know what I mean? Like he has it in his hand, he shows it, he puts his hands on the side. Putting his hand on the side does absolutely nothing, at least for my version, which is the version with invisible thread. Again, I'm going to say it a million times because I don't want to be accused of calling this guy a fake. I'm just, bear with me. Hands on the side doesn't really do much. He goes on top, brings his hand back, he goes on top again. Take your time. Don't rush it. That's what I'm saying. All right, for the last part of this, I just want to show you exactly how I like to position the thread in my hand so that I know what it is, so that I don't lose it also doing other stuff. So it's behind my thumb and behind my pinky. This way, if I'm doing, especially with an elastic thread, if I'm doing movements, I know that it's not suddenly rolling down my wrist and now I have to fetch it, find it on my wrist. And I also kind of can feel it behind my thumb, so I know it's not escaping my hands and falling, and then that's it. What I like about this method to keep it like this way is that I know that if my hands goes like this, see, it creates a gap. You see how this now is laying flat? If I curl my hands, it creates like a gap. It's not really big because this one is very tight. Another loop, not so tight like a rubber band, will create a bigger gap, and now it's easy for me to hook. Let's see if I can to hook the glass this way and have it follow my hands. Trust me, like you can speak to like 10 different magicians and they're all gonna tell you the best way to have like an invisible thread in your hand. Like they're all gonna have their own version. of how to keep, like, I know keep it like this, probably the most popular one. See, I don't like this because it doesn't create that gap if I move my hands around, but most of them like this, it's easy to like hook it up like that.
Charging. That's it. I am collecting energy.
Okay, now let's say that I want this to move forward without having my hands close to it, without using my hands at all, but just like focusing my energy on the glass. Stop! Sorry, I'm gonna have to stop the video right there because the rest of the tutorial is not how Ernst Veter is doing his demonstration, is how I would do it. So now it kind of becomes my own tutorial and my own method. So I'm sorry. If you want to learn it, you're gonna have to join my Patreon. And hear me out for a second. Right now on my Patreon, which is like $15 a month. And I don't mind if you just want to pay once, get the most out of it. Because let me tell you what the most out of it is. Right now, I have pyrokinesis tutorials. I have mind reading tutorials. I have remote viewing tutorials. I have telekinesis tutorials, multiple ones. And all for $15. You can learn it all as opposed to giving this guy $700 to teach you one thing that might not be real. Are you willing to take that bet? My stuff is quite real. And you can learn it today, the same way you just did. His stuff, I hope you have enjoyed this this little tutorial. As I said, this channel is not meant to give you tutorials. Today it was just kind of I just wanted to prove a point today. This channel is not really about tutorial, and it's not gonna become a tutorial channel. There's other magicians you can learn from, and they're actually, you know, I shouldn't say this, but they're better than me. So if you want to learn magic, you should check out. You can check some of them. They're in my. If you go on my channel and you see other channels that I'm subscribed to, you will see there's a couple of magicians there. So if you want to learn some stuff, go check out their pages, their channels, and because I'm gonna stick to the investigating the supernatural. That's what this channel is about, you know, trying to figure out if finally there's someone who can do a demonstration of supernatural abilities that actually looks impossible to replicate, that actually might be the real deal. That's what I'm focusing on. That's what I'm gonna keep on doing. And if you're still here, I thank you so much. If you're thinking of joining my Patreon, that would be incredible. I'm gonna say it again, there's a lot of good content, there's a lot of good tutorials. It's all kind of my own stuff, my own little tricks that I've developed during the years, so I will appreciate it a lot. And I shall see you next time. Peace out. Oh, I almost forgot that I need to check if you're still here and you're still watching until the end of this video. So if you're still watching, please comment the King of Hearts. I know, it's very random. That's the point of this test. And now I'm leaving for real though.